Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Justine, be real. You are a woman in your late 30s. You have five biological kids. Your husband has four more. You are a family of 11. Girl, you are not having no $60,000 wedding. Where are you getting that from? Is this like your push gift idea? You know how some women, when they have a baby, they want a big gift for giving their husband a baby. I mean, girl, you got mouths to feed. Who's sitting here demanding to spend $60,000 that they don't have on a wedding? And Justine, having a wedding is not an investment. Mike, you got the wrong woman at the table discussing business. Okay. Welcome, besties. You are now behind the shade, and thanks for joining me. I recap your favorite reality shows weekly. Now let's kiki and haha and get into another episode of Life After Lockup, Season 6, Episode 12, Sugar Daddy Drama. Besties, how about you rate tonight's episode? Because it's Friday. Yes, in California, it's 9:30 p.m. And you know I had to get up early and work all day. But baby, I had to bring it to you because when I wake up tomorrow morning on Saturday, I don't want to have to worry about nothing that pertains to work. I want to just get up, work out, make some coffee, wash a load of clothes, go off and get my facial and go to the nail salon. I have a wedding to go to tomorrow night. It should be nice because, baby, and it's going to be hot because, baby, summer has arrived here in the Bay Area. We have been having like mid 70s weather. But yeah, today was 88. Tomorrow's going to be 86 and it's gonna be in the 80s, yeah, all week. And it's hot right now. In my house, it's a little toasty. But it was a good episode, I guess. It was entertaining. These personalities are unfolding. But besties, you drop down in the comments and you let me know what you thought about tonight's episode, and you know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn your notification bell on. That's all I got. Let's get into it. Will and Courtney, let's head on to California and then we'll go to Portland where it is still snowing. So, Will is packing up, gearing up. He has a Mercedes. It looked kind of cute. He's packing up and gearing up because he's headed back to Portland because Courtney is getting out the next day. This is like a 10-hour ride to get to Courtney. His heart wants to get her, but his brain is challenging his heart. But the heart is winning right now. He hopes that she can still get this interstate compact thing despite her having a violation and going to prison. And I'm like, no, she broke code. She went to jail. She has another case. She bent, broke, dishonored her probation. Like, huh? She done got kicked out the halfway house. What makes you think that Sacramento, California wants Courtney? I'm sure Portland want to get rid of her, but California don't. California, we got enough criminals here. We have enough criminals here. Oh, child. He hopes she still can, move to Cali because he loves her. And, he wants her to move to Cali so she can help him take care of his ailing parents. I told y'all that's what that was about. So he gets a phone call. He's on the road. I guess he was getting ready to bounce, talking to his homie. He gets a call. It's someone from the California state, woo, 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 to tell him that she cannot transfer out of state She ain't leaving Portland, Oregon. She ain't leaving Oregon, right? He pulls over because he is devastated. Because now, now he don't think he should go to Portland. So now the brain is winning and the heart is losing. Then he gets to thinking about all the money he has spent on clothes, that wedding, putting money on her books, just blah, blah, blah. And just thinking about how she's throwing their marriage away. Child, it does not pay to marry a stranger. Child. So when Courtney gets out, it's a snowy day in Portland, Oregon. Honey, her friend Mark is there to pick her up. Baby, she's confused because she thought Will was coming. And she's like, "What are you doing here? Where's Will?" And he's like, "Well, I don't know, but I'm here. Let's go." And I'm like, "Ooh." Because I don't know about your TV besties, but when they put his name on the screen, they were advertising Deb, Waka Flocka's mom. They were advertising her show. So I couldn't even see who Mark was. But he like, "I don't know, Will. He ain't here. What we doing? I got you, boo." Child, he is, I can't say he is blanking his shot. Oh, I can't say that word either. YouTube is sensitive. He trying to spit his game at her. Can I go ahead and use an old school line? He's spitting game at her, honey. And she is just like, she just trying to survive. She gonna take whatever she can get while she can get it. Cause she got to get it. She even said, like, all my life I've had to depend on men and I gotta do better. But right now I'm gonna get what I gotta get to where I'm trying to go. Trifling. Courtney, you are just trifling. You are a low life. I mean, so he feels like Courtney's throwing their marriage away. So he doesn't go to Oregon. Mark is there to pick her up. She's confused. Oh, I said that because she thought Will was coming. She calls him. He's in Sac chilling. And he's telling her, "You told me you were going to be sober. You are not doing what you said and what I asked you to do. You need to take accountability." And she's like, "Stop blaming me. Like, you're supposed to be here. Where is my money? All you've given me was $300. What is that gonna do? Wipe my butt?" Like, she is so uncouth. I mean, you don't have to just be a low life all your life. So she's all telling him, "If it was you, I would be here for you." And he like, "You wouldn't have to worry about that." And then he tells her that the interstate compact is not happening. And she is like, "Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do now?" And just to sit here and look at her, and she just doesn't think that this is her fault. They did it to her. Oh, girl, I got to oil this chair. Y'all hear it? She just not taking any accountability. It's everybody's fault but hers. She said this was his fault because he shouldn't have left her and went back home. What? That was the plan. He has to work and live his life. He can't stay in a motel while you serve your time in a halfway house. And what do you mean when he was there, you was doing this GHB? You did it the night of your wedding. Child. So he like, "Who picked you up?" She like, "Mark." "Mark? Is he the one that bought you $3,000 worth of clothes? Did he get you a phone? Did he marry you? Was he there and met your mom and put your mama up in the hotel and met all your little sponsors and got married at the hotel and you wanted some ping and pizza and all the things?" So Courtney tells us she met Mark like 5 years ago through some friends. And she's like, "Well, he can be my sugar daddy, but he stepped up when Will went back home." Uh-huh. She's telling Will, "Well, Mark understands me and he's not fussing at me and he's just chilling." Yeah, because he's trying to get somewhere that Will has already been. He ain't got in them panties, girl. He's trying to get in them panties. Okay? So he like, come on, Courtney, I got you. He smiled. It's gonna be okay. In the truck, he got his hand over there on her leg, and she looked like she getting ready to jump out the truck. I was like, this is giving icky. It's just icky. Mark is icky. He just looked like he on the prowl. He's on the prowl. Ugh. Just looking for the child. Courtney gonna give it up that night. She has to. I don't think she gonna get out of it, child. So she's all like, oh, okay. She looking like, ugh. So then she tells us, honey, that the GHB is like lean. It makes you feel like you're drunk without drinking. I said, yep, that's what she had on her wedding night. Because when he called her, she sounded inebriated. She did sound like she had been drinking and got mad at him. And then did it the day before parole and probation came to check out their rooms. That was stupid. Yeah, Courtney is just dumb. She just stupid. She needs to be in jail. You know, some of the people just, girl, just stay. Go, just stay. So she said she been using GHB before jail. She said she blamed it on Will. She said Will was stressing her out. She hooked up with some old friend and they gave her some. Child, Mark over there just is smiling from ear to ear. They get to her halfway house that she got kicked out of, and she has to go to another one or something. But she don't like him like that. Production asked her, "Have you slept with Mark?" And she was like, "No, and I never will. We just friends." I'm like, "Girl, you will today." Okay. Let's head on over to Arizona, Scottsdale to be exact. Bianca and Daniel. And Bianca, I believe I said this last season, Bianca has gained weight and it really looks good on her. Her face is full. She looks healthy. I guess she has stopped drinking. She's filled out, got a little body on her. It looks good on her. She looks very, very healthy. So, Daniel Chow in her apartment looked like a nice upscale apartment, right? Brand new, right? He has his own man cave, honey. So he's on the computer and he sees in his emails that he has forgotten that he has a court date to go to the next day for some shoplifting that he did out of Walmart 7 years ago. Now, this happened because he used to get high, and this is how he supported his habit. But he went to jail for the 6 years. So now this 7-year-old charge has come back to haunt him. So he has to pack up and drive like 7 hours, round trip to go to the city to get to court. Bianca is so not interested. She tried to, how come you didn't know? You need to keep up. And he was like, listen, I don't need you jumping down my throat about this. And it sounds like they have talked about their boundaries because she said, okay, I'm done. And she was quiet. She left it alone, honey, went in the room and never looked at him again. So she just doesn't think that Daniel cares about his life and hers. She's a little freaked out and she feels like he's hiding things from her because he's acting strange. Okay. So the next day, Daniel is up ready. He's leaving. He's going to his court date. And, he has to blow on the system to make the car turn on because of his DUIs. So they're not talking. He left. They didn't speak. He didn't say bye. And, he wishes she would be there to support him, but she doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to do another jail relationship. Plus, he been treating her like trash. So she gets Sushi the cat, goes to the pet store, and meets up with her friend from the first apartment building. This girl is like 10 years older than her, and so she's going to dump all her mess and drama on her just to get her opinion. Okay. So she tells her what's going on with Daniel and her, and so how he doesn't communicate. And she asked her, well, have you thought about writing him a letter? You know how like you guys used to do when he was in jail? And Bianca was like, oh gosh, no, he would probably take the letter and rip it up and throw it away. And so the friend tells her that, he's showing you who he is now that he's out of prison. And she just tells us, like, Bianca's just allowing him to take her down. Down to the ground, honey. I was like, well, yeah, uh-huh. So let's go on over to Iowa, Colorado. Letitia and Keith. Very short little, we didn't get too much time into their story. He told her last week when they were in a limo, he was like, nah, we can't take the limo back because I cannot risk not getting to the halfway house on time. I got an approved ride on that bus that looks like, a Greyhound. You get to come too, and we're going to ride that back. So it took a whole day to get back to Iowa. So when they pulled up, she had all his family and her family there. Well, they're married, so their family waiting on him. They have their signs. They're happy. I mean, the whole family showed up and showed out, honey. There was plenty of people that looked like friends, family, and others, okay? Even her oldest daughter, you know how she kind of acted like she didn't want to be a part. She didn't like this idea. She was always looking like, ugh, had to just, ugh, right? And I believe we talked about why she acts like that. Well, that's because she has a relationship with her father. And by the looks of her, her father may be white, I'm thinking. Or maybe he's half black and white, but she got some, she's mixed. Okay, so she was even there, had a sign hold up for him. He spoke and he handled her with care. He knows she's not on board, and so he pretty much, it seemed like he was making her comfortable. He was, respecting her boundaries and hello and thank you for hugging me and she even wrote him, gave him a card. She was holding a sign. She even hugged him. She did her best. She did her best. And that was all that we all want. So his little sister cries. His dad even cried. He was like, I'm crying tears of joy. Remember the auntie who always with Letitia at her house? She was like, what's up, homie? She always talks to him. So it's like, what's up, homie? His grandma was there, his stepmother, just a whole bunch of family. So they catch an Uber to the halfway house. She was like, let's go, family. Sorry, y'all, we gotta go. We gotta get him because he only had like an hour to get to the halfway house. And she is so stressed out because he's gonna be in a co-ed halfway house. I was like, child, how many pregnancies come out of there? Child. Or the terminations of, right? She is like, huh, I'm gonna come in there and I'm gonna beat somebody's beep. And he like, baby, you ain't got to worry about that. He said, she was like, I ain't worried about you. I'm worried about them. These women are bold. And she's like, you can look, but you can't touch. I'm like, girl, you better put an alarm on it, honey. You better put a little beep, 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 beep. When they get too close, honey, they gonna be on Keith, honey. Tall, handsome, long locks. I just want him to go to the dentist. I want him to take them gold teeth out his mouth and go to the dentist. Y'all saw how Ply's mouth looks now. Who else got their mouth together and look nice? Whoever, honey. I'm gonna need him to go by and see the dentist. But other than that, girl, Annie in shape. Girl, I don't know, girl. Co-ed. Now, why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? That ain't nothing but drama, child. I would love to work there, though. I would love to work there. Can I get in about one day? Just one day, because I couldn't take too much of that drama. But just one old raggedy day, I want to be there and just see the drama unfold. Okay. Well, let's head on to Vegas, Nevada. Justine and Michael. Justine's trying to lose weight, get back to her body, because she really thinks she's working out for her wedding, right? So she's taking up boxing. So her and Mike go boxing. So on the way there, they talk about Melody's fight. And we find out that some girls was talking about her brothers, and honey, she don't play about her brothers, honey. So he was like, she stood on business. And so Justina's like, well, Mike is proud of that, but Justina's like, no. And so she tells Mike, you need to sit down and have a long talk with her. I think it's overdue. She has been harboring feelings about you going away. You've been gone a long time. Her past, hasn't been good. Because, she was really close to Mike. And so you need to talk to him. And so she lets him know you're going to probably have this issue with the other boys too, because they all have some kind of, unresolved feelings about him being away, being out of their lives. They didn't grow up with him. So he's looking like, yeah. So as they're boxing, hitting the bag, Mike wants to know what will Justine be willing to compromise on this wedding. And she's like, I want to wear a dress. I want you in a tux. And he's like, I know, but all that other stuff. And so he's trying to do this investment. He got this investment in front of him, and he's trying to put that investment in front of the wedding. And she's like, he's done it too many times. Like, he's done his shoe line, the music, the cars. And did she mention something else? Anyway, she's like, no, stop putting me off. Me. Wedding. All Justine is on wedding, big wedding. So his thing is like, let's get this investment so we can make a profit and let that pay for the big wedding. Because he's saying like, we're going to get this barbershop. Like it sounds like they're trying to get these salon suites. And he's telling her, we're going to get a check every week from every barber. We're going to get a check. Like, this is going to be good. And she looking like, wedding. So then they go to a business meeting with Jay and his chick to discuss this barbering business and how it's going to go. So Justine can get an idea on how this works, because Mike is a hustler. First he used to sell, illegal substances. So he still has that hustle. He just needs to change the rug, the day. I'm going to say this in pig Latin, the rug day. Y'all get it? Did y'all get that? He just wants to change the substance. So instead of illegal, he's going to do legal, right? Legal hustling. And I don't see nothing wrong with that, but I'm an entrepreneur, so I understand the hustle. And who wants to spend all that money on a wedding like Justine? You guys have 11 mouths to feed. Not all the time, but there's still a lot. She has 5, and 1 or 2 of his kids are there. Oh, that's the child. Justine, can you just wait a little bit? Y'all got all these babies. And like Mike said, he wants to pay cash for the wedding, not put it on a card. They already probably in a whole bunch of debt with all the other businesses. So they're at the meeting. They talking. Jay says something about this is going to take about $100,000. Justine is like, what did he say? What did you say? She is flipping out. He like, dude, calm down. Oh no, wedding. And he like, don't discuss our personal business here. This is a business meeting. She trying to be professional. She ain't hearing nothing but wedding. He trying to discuss a business plan so she can understand. But because what he's doing is putting another investment in front of her wedding. But what do you mean another one? She never wanted a wedding until now. And you know what, if I was him? Well, no, let me be quiet. I was going to say, I would tell her that she had to pay for it with her own money. But she would have a fit. So she has a fit anyway. She gets up, she walks out. They outside. He trying to talk to her. She won't stop. She won't talk. She says she's done. Call him a mama's boy. It was like, wait, what? What is happening, Justine? Child, and that was that on that. Who we gonna go to next? Let's go to Texas and we'll bust the last two out. Okay. Brooke and JK. So remember last week, JK is with his cousin looking at this $25,000 truck that he can't afford because he don't even have a dime to his name. Right? So JK's father meets up with him. And he's a truck driver. And so his name is James, and JK, maybe junior, not sure, but he goes by JK, which is James Keith. So Pops pulls up, and he's handsome. And so he's looking at the truck, and he asks his father some stuff, and then he tells his father what hurt him growing up, and when he went to jail, his dad wasn't there. And his dad wasn't there when he was growing up because he was on the road all the time. And so then, like, he wasn't around when JK went to jail. And it's like, if he wasn't around while you were free, what was he supposed to do? Stop working to come visit you? You going to jail was your decision. And Pop said he was disappointed, but his thing was, you raise your kids and they take their own way. And I'm like, nah, you still got to coach, teach, encourage, and inspire and make suggestions. No, you don't let them figure things out and allow them to be no-gooders. Come on, James. Where's your backbone? So he's telling him, oh, I would never leave you. Look, this is the only tattoo I have. Child, his daddy got this old tattoo about as old as JK is. And it has JK's name on it and his birthday, I guess, child. So JK is crying because he really, love his dad and he wants to do better. He wants that. He is feeding for that relationship with his own dad. He ain't fooling with that stepdaddy at the house. So JK wants this hot shot, that truck to do this hot shot business with his dad. And his dad said, okay, it could be me and you. Okay, JK and dad. And so JK is like, I want to enjoy the rest of my time with you, dad. Like, yeah. So, dad is like, cool, it's cool, it's cool. So JK's dad hopes JK can stay headstrong and stay out of jail because JK has a temper. So, child, we back over at JK's mama's house, right? Brooke is in the house, I guess, with Marla and the husband in the back. She in the kitchen making meatloaf. She says she do the cooking. She do what she can, but she can't buy groceries because she don't have no money. So she tries to prepare meals by whatever they have in the house. So, honey, why is she put some Sweet Baby Ray's in some ground beef talking about she making a meatloaf? Where are the eggs? Where is the seasoning? Oh my gosh. Where's the seasoning? Where's the garlic? Where's the pepper? Where is the seasoning salt and the garlic and oh my gosh. Where's the tomato sauce? Where is the stuff? Or do y'all use tomato paste or do you use ketchup for the top? So that ain't what she did. So they sitting at the house and mom's come home. She went to work. Oh, she had a rough day. Oh, Lord, I'm tired. So the husband and Marta come out. They sitting at the table. They ready to eat. So they waiting on JK. So JK comes in and he got leftovers. Oh, child, I didn't even. Well, I guess I'll say it now. So they left. The cousin and JK left his dad when he got a text from Bonnie. Bonnie texted him and said, come to my job. Come on, come here now. I need to talk to you right now. So you're like, let's go see what Bonnie wants and we'll get some food. So Bonnie told JK that Brooke didn't have Brooke's not working. She lost her job. Child. So JK come in the house with an attitude. You know, he cracks me up because what he gonna do is keep it real. He come in with an attitude. And so he got his leftovers. He's like, I don't need, she had a little paper plate in his place for dinner. And he was like, I don't need that. I got my own meal. She was like, you got your own meal. So she's kind of pestering him because he's coming in and he's not greeting her, giving her a kiss, all that, all that. So he just straight up, so you got something to tell me? And she like, no. He's like, okay. So I went to see Bonnie at her job. And so now she kind of looking a little worried. You got something to tell me? And so she didn't lie to his mama because when the mama came home, she was like, did you work today? And honey, Brooke is a terrible liar. She was like, yeah, I did some merchandising. I went to that. Yeah, I went to my merchandising job today. And I was like, girl, you don't even know how to lie. So JK blows up. He says some things disrespectful. He gets up. He walks out the house. Because remember, Brooke told Bonnie, don't tell him because he's going to leave me if I don't have a job. We find out why. Even though this is still hard to believe because what you bring to the table, JK. But he kind of has a point. Okay, so let's get into it. So he busts her out in front of everybody. Bonnie said you don't have a job, and they are fussing and cussing all in front of these people's, all in front of his parents and Marla. It is like y'all, oh no respect. So she tells him to eat her dick. It was like, you know what, Brooke, I'm sorry. If I was, what's his mom name, Kathy? If I was Kathy, I'd be like, Brooke, girl, get your stuff. You have to leave. You can't be talking like that in front of me to my son. Because when he knocked you out, then I got to deal with that. So Kathy she's not like me. So what she told Brooke was, you need to go outside and talk to him. You know, lying was a mistake. You shouldn't have done that. So they go in the backyard to argue, you know. So he stands up. She's like, sit down. He's like, no. And she was like, it was just the back and forth. He called her a BIT, told her, I'm getting the job. Because she's like, what about you? And he was like, I'm getting the job. I'm waiting on the job right now. You know my situation. Child, when he said, you know my situation, I was like, this sounds like a lyric from an R&B song. Y'all know, what song am I thinking of? You know my situation. He told her, you've had 8 jobs this year. I've been in jail 6 years. You didn't have a whole bunch of jobs. He said, you can't stay at a job for a month. I said, wow, blood. And so she all defending herself and talking about what he ain't got, which is true. But he like, it ain't about that. You just don't have no loyalty, child. And they bring up Alex. What's the difference between you and Alex? Will you lie? But my lie is different than your lie. I only lied one time. Like you being at Alex's house, that was a lie. He told her, you can go back to your house now. Go on now. Shoot, fly, shoot. She was like, I could be in my own car and I could drive away because I got my own car. Bye, girl. That car is on its last leg, child. Will you stop bragging? And JK was in a little blue car. Is that his car? It is. Don't tell me Kathy went about that spoiled brat of car. You know she did. Okay, so on the other side of Texas, I don't know how far away they are from each other, but we going over here with Quiana, DeModrick, and Jawalia. If they just don't all live together happily ever after and just call it a day, that man is slanging ping over here, over there, over here, over there, and it must be good because they going nuts over him. It must be good. So Kiana's like, where time did you come home? He was like 12 something. So she's mad because he was like, yeah, she said you can't come to the kid's birthday party. She's like, well, what am I going to do? I mean, it's a kid's birthday party. What am I gonna come to do? Da, 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 da. They my kids coming. He was like, yeah, he just wants his gift and your son there. That's all he wants. And so, then he had to buck up on her and say, this is about my son's birthday party. This is his first birthday party, and I'm here with him for the first time. I think the boy's turning, 6? Because there's another kid. Is this the 3-year-old having, I think this is the 3-year-old having a birthday? Because he got another kid that's, anyway, one of them having a party. And he hasn't been there all this time. So he's like, your focus is off. Focus on me being a father to my kids. You know what I'm saying? And so, she trying to make him feel guilty. He already feels guilty because he wasn't around. He's carrying that burden. So he said he gonna give his son whatever he wants. He gonna get it. The boy want a PS5, so he's getting that. She wants to be there with her kids because she's like, I have to be in his life. And he's like, well, why y'all arguing with me about it? Y'all acting like I'm preventing you from coming. And it's pretty much, Jawalia said what she said. She's not letting you come over because you disrespected her. And Quiana, you haven't even addressed that picture. You ain't told us nothing. You over there mums the word, acting like you so innocent. Tell us why you did that with that girl picture. I guess she's going to tell us next week, honey. So Quiana says she wants him to stand up. What? This is her child's party. She paying for the party. He tried to stand up. He did a little bit. It ain't but so much standing up he could do, child. It's his baby mama, okay? And he like, you thought I was sitting down on this? And she was like, I'm over there kissing her butt. Literally. So child, Jawalia is in school for makeup. I don't know if it's cosmetology, but honey, she's in the makeup field. She goes over to her cousin's house to apply some makeup on her face. And honey, Miss Jawalia has her, allegedly, she supposed to have her own makeup brand. It's called something. And it was a palette full of eyeshadows, honey. She was like, yeah, I got to inspire my kids. I got to do better. I want to leave, all the things. I want to be a pillar in my community, and I want to be the queen of my family, and I want everyone to look up to me and ask me for money, and I want to be able to pay for everyone's bills. So she lets us know. So we're learning a little bit about her since she ain't going nowhere. Child, her daddy was in jail while she was growing up. Her mama worked a lot, so her grandmother raised her. Drink your water, besties. It's hot. So she said Demadrick was trying to do it to her when he was over there at the house. So production asked, when was the last time y'all did it? Honey, she said, just know that I can get it whenever I want it. And I'm going to leave it at that. And she thought it was a little funny, a little kiki, a little ha-ha. I'm like, girl, you have got to do better. I want you to want better for yourself. Like I told her last week, Jawalia, go find them kids a stepdaddy. Go find them a stepdaddy, girl. You got that platinum 27-piece rocking with the band. Why you got that band on there? Why is the hair so dry? Are you putting heat on it every day? Child, with your glasses, why you still got your little shape? Girl, when you gonna find somebody else to stop waiting in the wings for him? Golly, I get it, but you got kids and you're getting older. Like, girl, you gotta wake up. That man is over there with that lady. Leave him alone. Just because you can get it don't mean he coming back. He only coming to get it because your legs are open. Close your legs to married men. Okay, they're not married, but they're engaged. So she prides herself on being able to get it when she wants it. She said, I think he keeps coming back because of my faucet. Oh, gosh. Jawalia, we did not need to know that you are wet. Girl, he come back because it's available, honey. You ain't the only faucet running around here. So Quiana is at the hair salon where all the people all in her business trying to tell her what to do because they older and they feel like she's just so naive, which is true. So old girl is like, what he gonna do different? Why you back with him? She was like, well, he gonna be faithful this time and he gonna be focused. He gonna provide for his family and he's gonna be loving. And dude is over there like, so do you think you can be cool with Jawalia? No, not today. She like, chill, sis, because you're gonna have to be cool with her in order for this to work. Well, I need to pray for me. So they think, Quiana is immature and, they need to communicate. She needs to step her communication skills up and they need to have peace. But there won't be any peace because both women want him. They have strong feelings for Demadric, honey. So Jawalia's at her cousin's house, so she's showing the picture of herself that Quiana posted on her Facebook. Her with the lingerie on, with her glasses on. She said she could have did a better picture. Girl, ain't nobody finna get the best. She gonna get the worst picture. She could have did a better picture, better than that. Girl, she got what she could get. Why did you send it to him, hun? Why you do that? You could have took your glasses off. Ain't nothing sexy about being some lingerie with some glasses on. Child. So they like, she's so desperate. She just running behind that man. She's the Lulu. Girl, that's what I was going to say. She's the Lulu. So, honey, Jawalia said Quiana has pushed her too far. Okay? So in the next scene, Quiana is at the salon and her phone rings. She answers, hello? What? Huh? Wait, what? Oh, wait. She go up to the girl and tell the girl to unmic her. She unmics herself and goes into the restroom. And she's like, is this H.O. serious right now? Jawalia says she deserved it. Production goes to the restroom. Quiana, you all right? Okay, come out when you're ready. And the show ended. It's over. We gotta wait till next week, honey. And you know what they do? They're gonna start off right where they left off. And I love that about Life After Lockup. But I'm just wondering, I remember their names now. When is Troy? What's that girl name? Troy and what is that girl's name? Anyway, when is Troy coming? Because, honey, they was advertising the show and Troy is in the pictures, honey. Yeah. Are they pregnant? They moved. I don't know. I can't wait because I want to see what's going on with them. But besties, that was the end of the episode. Please like my video. Share it with your friends, colleagues, family, in-laws. Let them know. If they watch the show, tell them to listen to me. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, and make sure your notification bell is on so that you know each and every time I post my content. And I'll be back with another recap. What we got? Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, I told y'all earlier, I have a wedding to go to tomorrow night. Then I got a busy day on Sunday too. Ooh, I'll get it out. I'll try to get it out Sunday night. I should be back home early enough to put it out. So look for that Sunday evening. Yeah, because I got to go to work Monday. But anyway, besties, have a good weekend. Like the video. Love ya. See you on the next recap. Bye, besties.